My name is Robert Johnstone. I really valued the opportunity to be a patient representative at this conference. I personally use complementary therapies alongside my normal medicine, and I believe antimicrobial resistance is a huge problem for the future. And certainly I'm very glad that complementary therapy practitioners are engaging with this subject. Now, what I would like to say is that as somebody with a long-term chronic condition, I believe complementary therapies, maybe they can't cure us, but they can help us live much more comfortable lives. And Western medicine has a real failing in that area. They treat symptoms, but they don't treat the quality of the life of the patient. So I'm very happy to be here. I'm very happy to engage with complementary health practitioners, but I do believe we need to raise the profile of CAM because many people are not aware of the opportunities of what it can bring. I'm from the UK, where we have a National Health Service, and we're all very proud of our National Health Service, and we repeatedly are happy to keep paying for it, because we believe even the poorest members of society should have access to free healthcare. But the NHS is becoming more and more restricted in what it can fund, and I believe it's taking the quality out of the lives of the population. It's treating basic symptoms alone, it's offering surgery or pharmaceutical intervention, but it's not offering things which contribute to our quality of life and our quality of being and living within the community. Now, complementary therapies, whether it's something as simple as massage therapy to make people feel more relaxed, less pain, through to acupuncture, which works for some people, homeopathy, which works for some people, I don't say everybody. Personally, I use Ayurvedic medicine, which is from a tradition that is thousands of years old in India. They have some very effective herbal therapies, and using multiple herbs together to construct something very precisely targeted. And I give you an example. 20 years ago, my right knee was so bad that I was preparing to have surgery, a knee replacement. A friend, a GP, said, "Why don't you try this particular Ayurvedic therapy? It consists of 16 different herbs in very precise quantities. Within 3 days of taking that medication, with no real expectation, my pain levels were down dramatically." So I decided not to have the surgery. So I have to pay for this medicine myself. It costs about £25 a month, but it has saved the NHS. It's given me 20 years with the same knee, without all the risks of surgery. Why isn't the NHS looking at things like this that can be so helpful, so preventative, so improving the quality of life of those of us with chronic conditions? I believe that patients are a great resource to the health system. It's always portrayed that those of us with chronic conditions are a real drain on the system. So much energy, time is taken dealing with us. But I believe we can do so much for ourselves. We can be empowered to become experts in our own condition. We can help the doctors. We can work with the doctors and the nurses to come up with solutions for all sorts of common problems, like me, for people with rheumatoid arthritis or other musculoskeletal issues. Not only can we participate very actively in our own healthcare, but we can be a resource to the National Health Service if they involve us in planning future healthcare, if they involve us in monitoring current healthcare, if they look for pragmatic solutions through the problems that patients face. Having said that, personally, I've had such success with complementary therapies that I would like the NHS to consider funding treatments that work for people. Don't fund things that don't work, but fund things that do. And I believe really the government has a statutory obligation to support people in pain, people with chronic conditions, not only to support them, but to support the taxpayer system so that these people can participate actively in society, live full lives, pay their own taxes, rather than being totally dependent on medication or surgery and never participating in society.